Hey guys, what is up? DirectingPete here. I am so excited to go over today's video, which is creating a vault in Fortnite Creative. Now, a lot of vault videos have been made in the past, but mine is going to be a little bit different than the ones you've seen before. There's always different ways to use devices, and today we're going to be using a really great device that I've never used before in any of my tutorials, which is the conditional button. Before we get started, if you can go ahead and hit that like button, you can always change your mind later, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week, and I would love to have you be a part of the Fortnite Creative family. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, so let's first take a look at what the vault is going to look like. If you've played my Battle Royale before, you already have an idea of what the vault looks like. In my game, it's called the Gnome Vault, but we're gonna just be creating a vault today. All right, guys, so you have an idea of what the vault looks like. It's just a barrier blocking the wall. And guys, we're doing this to save memory. If you use the vault prop wall, it takes up way too much memory. So I'm going to show you how to create a vault with a memory budget. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the controller. So then over here, you'll notice that I have the key card. All right. So on my map, I use this prop and we go ahead and activate it. And once activated, you see Gnome Vault key discovered. You can grab the key card. And when you hold the key card, guys, this is pretty cool. It will lead you to where the vault is. All right. So once you grab that key card, we go down here and to the Gnome Vault. So then I have a thing here that just says unlock vault. You can set it to 3 to 5 seconds and then it unlocks and you have access to all of this amazing loot. Before we build a vault, you need to build a room. If you haven't already built a room like mine underground and you're using a battle royale type of theme, you need to be very specific on the walls and floors you use so they're unbreakable. However, if you're making a game that does not involve harvesting, then you can definitely use any walls or floors that you'd like. But in this case, since I'm doing a BR, I'm going to go to the indestructible gallery under game. This is just the quickest way to get to the indestructible gallery. You're going to be offered a bunch of floor and wall pieces that are indestructible. You get to choose from those how you want to build your vault, and basically you have to use these floors and these walls in order to get an indestructible vault room, which is what we want because you don't want people to break into your vault before it's even unlocked. You need to use any of these items. I chose the brick walls here and I chose the cobblestone floors because it goes with the feel of this POI. Maybe at a different POI, I'd use more of the metal, cooler looking floors, but for this POI, I decided this was the best look. In order to build this, we need to go ahead and grab our first device, which is going to be a barrier device. Now, luckily, I use the barrier device throughout my map and other areas as well. If you use devices on any of your maps, try to use them in many locations as possible because they take up so much memory the first time you use them. It just makes sense to use them as many times as possible. Now for the barrier device, there are translucent and then there's one called translucent only visible. Now, I like the other translucent, this only visible one, and the reason why is it's actually a lot more visible and see-through than the regular translucent. But when you get far away enough from it, it fades away. I kind of like this though because when you're far away, you can kind of see in and it's really clear. Now look, when I turn it to regular translucent, there's like a fog layer. I don't like that as much. All right, now we need to create the key to get into the vault. So we're gonna be using a conditional button. So go ahead and choose the conditional button and we're gonna place it down. All right, now what we have to do is rotate the conditional button and place it on the wall where we'd like it because this is basically the access area or the place where you will put the key card. So we want to go ahead and place that down. So we're going to dig through some props for finding a vault key card. The best part is you can choose just about anything. So I'm going to choose this cool little mail box type thing, newspaper box. I'm going to make it a little bigger and then I'm going to rotate it. And this is what's going to be where you find the key card. It's just hiding inside the box. In order to make our box interactive, we're going to have to grab a button. So go to the devices tab and grab a button device. So we're going to go ahead and line it up, make sure drops are off, and then you're going to go ahead and place it down. Once you've placed it, we're going to go ahead and adjust the settings. Interact time, I usually do 10 seconds here. You can do whatever you'd like. The reason I do that, it's a BR for me and I want to make it a little difficult. So if somebody's near you, you get a little anxious trying to get the key card. Activating team, you want to have set to any. Times can trigger. I set this to 1. You only want to be able to trigger this 1 time because we're only giving out 1 key to the vault, right? So we're not giving out multiple keys. We're only giving out 1. Delay, you can leave it none. Reset delay, you can also leave it none. Trigger sound, enabled, that's fine. Enable at game start, yes, you can leave that. Interaction text. You can really put anything here that gives someone the impression that they need the search. You can write the word search. In this case, I'm going to write the word interact. But anything that just kind of lets the person know, hey, if you hold this button down, something's going to happen. Visible during game? No. We do not want the button visible during game because we don't want it to look like a button. We want it to look like a mailbox or a newspaper box or whatever. But what you can do, maybe you do want it to be a button. You can do that too, just leave it on. You don't have to use a prop in that case. You can just put it up against a wall somewhere, and the button is the thing that will give you the key card. Interaction radius, I never set it to button. I always set it to around 1, and that's just because when you're running around trying to open something, you don't need to get super close to make it work. I just don't think that's necessary for this kind of game mode. The last one here, we need to choose a free channel. I already know channel 300 is free for me, so I'm just gonna make it easy and choose channel 300. But it says when interacted with, transmit on, and I'm gonna make, choose a free channel. You guys have to check to make sure what's free for you. Channel 300 in my case is perfect. It's simple. I can just get there really quick. All right, so we created a button, but it's not doing anything yet. So now we have to grab another device. We're gonna grab another device, and this is going to be an item spawner. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and place that item spawner pretty close to where the button is because the reward is gonna pop up out of the item spawner. In this case, the reward is a key card. So under consumables, we're gonna go ahead and grab a key card. You could choose any of these key cards, it doesn't matter. The easiest way to place a key card into a slot, you just equipped it once, and if you equipped it twice, it will drop that second card into the item spawner if you're standing close enough. So that's all you have to do. Then we're gonna go ahead and adjust the item spawner settings. So let's go ahead and do that now. Item respawns off, we do not want that on. Random spawns off, we don't want that on. Visible during game off, we don't wanna see that bottom base floating, we just don't wanna see that. Time before first spawn, never. We do not want it to spawn. We want it to spawn when we tell it to spawn, when they hit the button, not on its own. Time between spawns, never. We only want one key card. So we're not gonna be using any wood, stone, metal, gold, so we don't need to adjust any of those. Bonus ammo for weapons you can leave on, it doesn't matter, it's a key card. Run over for pickup, I always leave this off. I want the user to choose if they want to pick something up. I don't want to force it into their inventory if they get too close to it, just not something I want to do on a BR. Item visibility, you can make it maybe 1 or 2x if you want them to see it better, but I'm just going to leave it at 1x for this example. Enable at game start, yes, you can go ahead and enable it at game start. Continuously spawn items, and no, we definitely don't want that, so make sure that is off. So under channels, we're only going to adjust one channel here, and we're going to leave the rest alone. And that channel that we're going to adjust is spawn item when receiving from channel 300, right? So if I interact with that button that we set to channel 300, it's going to spawn this item. Let's go ahead and test our work. And as you'll see here, we're just finishing up a 10-second interaction. There's the key card, it dropped, and we're off to the races. Now, if you're using less memory, this is perfect. If you don't want to use a lot of memory, you can stop here. If you have a little more memory to spare, or you're already using these 2 additional devices, it will really make it feel more unique and better for opening a vault. Let me show you what I mean. So the first device we're gonna grab here is a HUD message device, just to let the audience know, hey, you did something pretty interesting here. You interacted, and now there's a message. You found the vault key, right? So basically it's a message that just says, hey, you found the vault key. Maybe you want to use the sound that comes with the button interaction. You can go ahead and create your own sound interaction, which is pretty cool, using the speaker device. So I'm going to write vault key card found, and then message recipient triggering player. You need to make sure it's set to triggering player. That's important. If you don't set it to triggering player, it can show up and everyone can see it. You don't want everyone to see it, just the triggering player. Time from round start, never. You want that off. You don't want the HUD message device to go off without your permission, and you want it to only go off when someone triggers it. Display time, 5 seconds is more than enough to read the text. Text style, you can choose any of these text styles, it doesn't matter. I like the red outline for this unique message of saying, hey, you found the key card. Message priority, I set the normal. Play sound, normally I would leave this on to important, or you can turn it off to none, and you can create your own sound with a speaker device. Now, once again, if you don't have memory for a speaker device, just choose one of the sounds there and you're done. I'm just adding on devices to make it more unique, but guys, you do not need a HUD message device and you do not need a speaker device, just as a reminder. Placement, bottom center. You can place your text anywhere, top center, bottom center. I like the bottom center. I think that works perfect. Visible during games? Absolutely not. You do not want to see the HUD message device. So now the last thing is we're going to adjust one channel, show when receiving from channel 300, because when they interact that button, we want to see the message channel 300. The audio selection is the most important. Go through and choose the audio that you want to use and see what works best. Once you've found a sound that best fits your map and sounds good to you, go ahead and settle on that noise, which in this case, I'm going to go with reward 1. Next, go to volume very loud. And I just like that because it's going to be near, so the distance is very close. Only people very close can hear this, but it will be loud because I want you to hear it. Retrigger behavior, ignore. Enable during phase, all is fine. You can leave it to all. Activate on hit, you can leave it to yes because it's going to be invisible anyway, so it doesn't apply. All right, can be heard by everyone. So we're going to leave that at everyone. We definitely want everyone around to hear, especially in a BR. If someone's getting some loot or something cool, you want to hear it so you can go attack them and get the card. Now, because the device is going to be playing the sound, we're going to place it very close to the trigger because we want to make sure the person hears it. All right, so we went ahead and set up the trigger. We set up some of this already, but now we have to customize the conditional button, get it ready for this vault. We already chose our key card, right? So we're going to go back over to consumables. And we're going to go ahead and grab that same key card. It has to be the exact same one. Remember, equipped it once and then equipped it twice, and it will drop it. It drops it right there into the conditional button, and there it is. It's saying, hey, I need one key card in order to let you in. However, these settings are not perfect, so we do need to change a few of them. Activating team, all, meaning anyone on the team, any team, since it's solos, can activate this device. Activating class, any, we're not doing classes. Can be used by owning team, that's fine, but we're gonna set that to all. Interact time, make it whatever you want. I always say 5 seconds or under. Reset delay, you wanna set that to never. All right, so you do wanna make sure that reset delay is set to none. You could choose any color you want. I think white is fine for this example. You could play around with the hologram setting if you'd like. I'm gonna leave it alone for here. And then interaction text. So there's gonna be 2 text fields. One is when the person has the key card, what do you want it to say? It's going to say unlock vault because that's the action that you're about to perform if you have the key card with you. Missing items means you don't have the key card with you. So you have to write something different. So I'm going to write exactly why you can't get in. Key card needed, right? You need a key card to get into this vault. So it tells the player when they don't have the key card what they need in order to get into the vault. Now, the display main icon, you can play around with different icons. I'm going to leave it on the default of an exclamation mark. Same with the alt display. We're going to just leave that alone to default. Toggle icon use, we're going to just leave that to no. Disable after use, yes. We want to change that to yes because we don't want anyone else to be able to use this. Remain unlock after activation. This would seem like you'd want to turn it on, but actually you want to keep this one off. Show key item, only key. Yes, we're going to leave that alone at only key. Number of key item slots. This just tells how many item slots you want. You can go up to 3. So maybe it takes 3 items to get into your vault instead of 1. Because this is a BR and not an adventure map, I made it only 1 item because people really should be getting around the map and playing the game. They shouldn't be spending too much time with side quests. Key items required, you can choose how many key items are required for each of the number key item slots. You can make it so they need 2 key cards. Consume key items. Yes, I want, once you use that item, for it to go away. I don't want the key card to be around anymore. I don't want it to take up an item in your slot, and I just don't want it to exist because it's already been used in the game. All key items required at once. Yes, you'll leave that. So if you're using more than 1 item, you absolutely need all the key items required at once. Enable a game start. Yes, no reason why not. Visible during game? Yes, because we visibly need to see this device in order for us to interact with it. Interaction radius, once again, like I said, I always choose 1M. You can choose whatever you want. I just don't want to make it hard for somebody to click the button. This makes it easier for them to click the button. Show key card direction? Yes. So if someone has the key card in their inventory and they choose it, they can see exactly where the vault is located, which is pretty cool. I'm not using sequencers on my map. Good to know you can use them, so I'm just going to leave it on. It doesn't really matter. We're not doing anything with score So we're gonna actually leave this alone. This is for different ways of using a conditional button. We need to go ahead and do when activated, transmit on. All right, and we need a new channel here because channel 300 is being used for the key card. So I'm gonna use another free channel, which is 299. So when activated, transmit on 299. So make sure to choose a new blank channel for this. We are almost done, guys. Hang with me. So on the barrier device, you want to go to disable and choose channel 299. Now we definitely want to play another reward sound because they got into the vault. You can change the sound if you'd like, but for this, to make it easy, we're actually just going to go ahead and grab the same exact speaker prop and use it once again. This makes it super easy. So we're just going to grab it, drag it, and make sure it's facing the right direction because it is all based on direction. So change the speaker around to face you and place it down. And the only thing you need to change is the channel from 300 to 299. And that's it, guys. We can test our work. We should have a fully functioning vault. Let's take a look. All right, perfect. I'm interacting. Vault keycard found. Perfect. We grab that vault keycard. It will lead us to where the vault is. We'll head over to that vault. And once inside, we will go ahead and unlock that vault, and that will be it. It's gonna let us in. Bang! All right, you guys, that is it. That is how you create a vault in Fortnite Creative. I can do more in-depth tutorials if you'd like. Just go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Once again, go ahead and hit that like button if you think I did a good job. And thanks again for subscribing. Until next time, guys, take care.